Hello, what's going on? Homefront fam, episode 77. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I have some exciting things to talk about, so glad you guys could join me. Please make sure you let me know that you're here so I can say hello. I love to say hello to everyone that's joining. Do It Smith, what's up? Terrence Freeman, what's going on, guys? How are you doing this evening? Please hit the like button, hit the love button, let everybody know. You never know who's going to benefit from this stream. What's going on? How was your Friday evening? Never miss an episode of the Homefront, ever, unless I let you know in advance. But tonight I'm going to talk about something that is, I guess, what you say, close to home. When I realized Trucker in the House, is that your nickname? I like KC, Terrence. I like that nickname you got me with. You want to come over here, buddy? Okay. So I realized that I am becoming a better, not just a better realtor, but I'm becoming a better person. And I realized that when I started getting busier and I started thinking, how can I make sure that I'm able to scale this business? Because it's my business. It's also my career. I mean, there's so many levels that this is going to go. It's going to go across multiple things. I mean, I've always said I'm not just a realtor. I am going to be an investor, and my ultimate goal is to own apartment buildings. So I have to be able to scale what I'm doing. And I started thinking today, I'm not so busy that I can't handle it, but at some point I am going to get so busy that I need to have my systems in place. So I started thinking, what do I need to change? And I'm always looking to improve, always reading books, always trying to get better. So I have to put these systems in place now. And I started seeing some things that loan officers were doing, and I think I'm going to start implementing them. I actually started taking a little bit of time, and what I realized is I have to take those little pieces of downtime that I have, and I do have very small pieces of downtime, and I have to make sure that I put those systems in place. Thank you, Mario. I mean, it is getting busy. It is getting very busy. And I was, in March, I was thinking to myself, man, what's going on? Why isn't it like picked up for me yet? But it just all hit at once. And I started realizing that I really have to put these things in place now, because by the time that I get to that point, it's going to be too late. I'm going to be so busy, I'm not going to have the time. So when I have these small little pieces of downtime, I need to start implementing piece by piece, making sure that I have this automated system in place so I'm organized, because that's the kind of person I am. I'm very type A, and I have to be organized. Otherwise, I feel like my life is in chaos. So putting things in place, making sure that I'm organized. I'm going to start time blocking a little bit better, because when you're not as busy, it doesn't matter. But like I said, once you hit, full speed ahead, you have no time for anything, then it's too late. You're already so far past, you're trying to catch up. And I don't want to play catch up. I want to start this now when I have those little pieces of time, because it's very important to get everything set up. So it's scaling is nothing. It just happens for you. Hey, Derek, what's going on? Enjoy your life. Yeah, I do enjoy, but I definitely always am getting ready for the next step, because I know it's going to just get bigger and better. Yeah, really, who would have guessed type A? Come over here. Yeah, I'm very type A. I'm very detail oriented. I have to make sure that everything is perfect. Otherwise, it just feels very chaotic. Hey, what's going on, Sham? Thanks for joining this evening. We're just talking about how I realized that I need to put things in place. I mean, when you have so many parts moving in your life, it's like I've said before, I integrate everything. My life is just not, here's my social life, and I turn my real estate off. It doesn't get turned off. It just keeps going. I don't stop taking phone calls. I mean, I get phone calls at 11 o'clock at night sometimes. And I mean, I've gotten text messages from people. That's why I have to put the do not disturb on my phone. People do text me. They don't realize, and I don't think they mean any harm by it, but I have to put up those boundaries for myself. so I can take a break. I realized one night when I went to a movie with my daughter, when I got to actually relax and stop thinking about real estate, that I had not done enough. I hadn't taken enough downtime. Hey, Danny, thank you so much for sharing. And to others, I really appreciate it. You guys are great. But it's important to take small amounts of time off, and just, that's how you improve. You stop, you think about everything that you've got going on. You allow yourself a time for everything to be quiet, be calm, and say, what can I improve? How did things go? What can get better? I'm becoming, as I'm doing transaction after transaction after transaction, I'm becoming more patient, which I need. But every single transaction is different. Every single deal is different. You're dealing with different personalities. And it's not just about knowing real estate. It's about knowing how to deal with people. So learning that little piece. And, you know, one thing is funny is that I have one client right now that I'm dealing with. That couple is just, they're just so calm and relaxed. It actually just puts you at peace being around them. And even if some things come up that you might find a little bit off, or makes you a little nervous or anxious because you haven't dealt with it before, they're just relaxed. And that's how I want to be. I want to be, it's just a chill life. It's like nothing that can be thrown at me can throw me off, because it's just it's easy to deal with. Yeah, emotions, you have to be able to, I wouldn't say control your emotions, but take things with a grain of salt, just process it a little bit, and then move on. Figure out what's the best way to deal with it without overreacting. And I used to be really big at overreacting, unfortunately, but I've learned how to kind of just take a step back, think about things before I get up and, anxious about it, because ultimately it's temporary. And it works itself out if you just give yourself a few minutes a lot of times to think about it and get some clarity. Even if you need 24 hours, a lot of times I get my clarity in the morning. So I always say, let me just think about it overnight, and the right words will come to me. And that's kind of like how I deal with a lot of things. Thank you, Danny, so much. You're doing great. Let me read your comment real quick. But you are also adding a lot of value to your audience. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate feedback like that. That's what my goal is. I mean, obviously, I sell real estate and it's my career, but at the same time, I like people to get to know me and see who I am, and ask me questions. And just, my thing is more like, I have this vision board in my office, and it's one of my things on there is to be a helping hand. That means I want to pull people up. I want to help people improve. I want, in any possible way, not just in real estate, but in life and things that I've learned, life lessons. I want to help anyone and be a true person. And that's kind of like changing a lot of things that I've done in the past. Terrence said exactly, that reaction is what we need to control, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, what I was told, I don't know how many years ago it was. My daughter was young. I think it was around between 2005 and 2007. So at least I narrowed it down to a 2-year span. My friend at work told me that you need to stop reacting and you need to start responding, which means you need to take a step back, process things, figure out how you can best respond to something, figure out the right words to say. And only for me is to take a step back and meditate. Think about it, let it come to me, hand it over to God and say, can you give me the right words? Because I'm not really sure. And me trying to fix a situation on my own never works. I have to hand it over to God and just let it come to me. And when I know exactly what to do, when I have no doubt in my mind, this is exactly how I need to respond, is when I've done the right thing. And that's not my answer. That is what God's told me to do. And I just take a step back a lot of times and just let it go. That's when I need to put it out of my mind and just let the right answer come to me. And I'm really grateful that I found that way to do that. So I kind of got off tangent, but on a tangent, this is just how I've become a better person. And I say really in the last year, because I've surrounded myself with people who are always doing something better. And I'm watching what other people do to improve myself. I don't do everything everyone else is doing, but I watch what everyone else is doing to see what can I not do, what are they doing that I wouldn't want to do, and what are they doing that's getting them somewhere. And I'm always trying to get better. So I really encourage anyone that if you're struggling with something, take a step back, meditate on it, let the right answers come to you. Just relax. Don't panic, don't jump, don't say the wrong thing. Just take a step back and let it come to you, because it will. And that's all I have for this evening. I really appreciate you guys joining me again every evening, Monday through Friday. And this weekend, I want to tell you, I am working on, I talked to the little boy's mom, Michael. He's not a little boy, he's 17, but the boy's mom, who we are raising money for his cancer treatment, who I've been mentioning over and over again. And I'm supposed to be chatting with her. I'm going to do a Facebook Live so you guys can kind of meet them. I'm super excited. We're just getting ready to order their second shipment. I've told you guys about his improvement in his his cancer, and how he told the doctor. I didn't tell you. He told the doctor, they went to a neurology screen this week, and they have they did a little neurology scan, and he said he had no tremor, which means he has no involuntary movement of his limbs, which is good. And there's another one, and I'll butcher the word, but they prescribed him medicine that said it acts like the CBD oil, which is what we have him on. But this medicine is for pain. It does not do what CBD oil does. CBD oil is supposed to actually kill those cancer cells. It's an alternative medicine. It is not like a prescribed medicine. But the doctor prescribed him a pain medicine, and they said they're not going to fill it because he's doing so well on the CBD oil treatment that they don't want to mess that up. And to me, that speaks volumes about how he's feeling. This is not something that doctors prescribe. This is an alternative treatment where he's feeling good. He's able to eat without getting sick. She said he was able to play basketball twice this month, and he's had cancer symptoms since he was 12 years old, and he's 17, and he's just now on this alternative treatment. So I'm very excited about this. Like I've told you before, we're working to put together a fundraiser for him. If you guys want to donate, please, either you can send me a PM and you can send me money directly, or you can put it in the GoFundMe. Either way, I'm working on getting his mom on here on the Facebook Live this weekend. This is really, really helping him. We're paying $660 a month for his treatment. That is the medicine plus shipping. And I take organic food over there with the extra money that we have. So he's really making improvements, and I appreciate you guys supporting. Anything, if you guys feel like sharing or donating, please, anything would be helpful. We just want to raise money so he can stay on this treatment. And we've put a lot of energy and funding into this. I would just want to help them, and I think that's the best thing we have. I have a lot of friends who have tried and who are working on helping put this fundraiser together that we're doing. So I appreciate you guys. I thank you for your feedback, and if you have anything that you would like to talk about on here, I will just let me know. Hit me in the PM, and I will bring it up, or any questions you have, I'll be happy to help you. And I appreciate you guys, and I will see you this weekend.